Unreal. Rated E for effort. PlayStation.
Hello, my peeps, and welcome to another Power Packed Phillips podcast. Yeah, buddy.
Whatever.
Today's podcast is going to be on Lesson 7.1, Part 3. But we have a couple of MSAs before we get trucking.
There will be online tutoring tonight. We will work problems off your new EOC review packet for this week. There will be after-school tutoring tomorrow with Mr. McGrath, and yours truly will do tutoring after school on Thursday. Homework tonight will be workbook page 71, problems 13 and 15. Please complete problems 13 and 15 on a piece of graph paper. If you use graph paper, I have some on the podium. Your new EOC review packet will be due next Monday, and you have a 5-question EOC quiz this Friday on this week's packet.
Taxi!
Let's get trucking. Please write down this is Lesson 7.1, Part 3, Solving Linear Systems by Graphing. We said in previous podcasts that when you have two or more linear equations, that is called a system of linear equations. And we said one way to solve a system of linear equations is to see where the lines intersect. Wherever the lines intersect is going to be your solution. So in this case, we're talking about what streets or the ordered pair did the accident happen at. The accident happened at 3, 2, so 3, 2 would be our solution for this system of linear equations. Now for our new material, I would like you to pause this podcast and I would like you to copy down your choices for A, B, C, and D. Please pause this podcast and copy down your choices for A, B, C, and D. It's possible on the EOC and of course exam that they could give you a multiple choice question with the system of linear equations written out and you have to match it up to the given problem. So here we go. The Parks and Recreation Department in your town offers a season pass for $90. If you buy the season pass for $90, you pay $4 per session to use the tennis courts. Without the season pass, you pay $13 per session to use the tennis courts. Which of these systems of linear equations below can represent this situation? So here we go. Please write down on your paper with the season pass. They told us the season pass was $90. So I'm going to write down it's $90 for the pass. You should write that down on your paper too. And it's $4 each time you use it. And $4 for each time. We are going to let X be the number of times that you use the tennis courts. So we're going to call this 4X. Now, if you decide not to go with the pass, then you pay $13 per time. So if you would, please write on your paper without season pass. Without the season pass, it is $13 per session. So we're going to write without season pass, it would be $13, and we're going to let X represent per session. We're going to use a little bit of PO now, process of elimination. We and you should be able to eliminate choice A. Choice A does not include the cost of a season pass. Remember that the season pass was $90. I see a 90 here. I see 90 over here. I see 90 here, but I do not see a 90 up here, so I know that A cannot be the right answer. Now we're going to use PO, process of elimination again, and let's get rid of choice D and choice B. Why did I get rid of those? Well, look at where the 90 is in this problem, and look at where the 90 is in this problem. It's $13 per session without the season pass. So you only pay $13 each time you use the tennis courts without the season pass. So it can't be either one of these. There's a 13 per session by itself. If I pay $4 a session, then there's my $90 season pass. Now, C would be the right answer, but let's take it one step further. And we are going to guess and check. Now, in the last podcast, we said that we could graph it. But look at your numbers. You're going to have a slope of 13 over 1. And right here, you're going to have a y-intercept. You're going to have a y-intercept of 90. That's not going to be easy to graph. It's going to take a long time. So why don't we use a different strategy, and let's guess and check. We're going to pick a number, use it for x, then we're going to plug and chug. So we said this is the correct system. So let's guess and check, plug and chug for x. I'm just going to randomly guess, and I'm going to start with 10. Why am I starting with 10? It ends with 0. Numbers that end with 0 are easy to use. So please write down the system of linear equations on your paper. Y equals 13x, and write y equals 90 plus 4x. I'm going to guess that x equals 10. I might be right, I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, I cross out 10 and I try a different number. If I'm right, great. More time to hope that the Cubs win the World Series. So these are touching each other. That means multiplication. I'm going to take out my x and I'm going to put in 10 in its spot. So if I multiply 13 by 10, that's going to give me 130. Now I'm going to plug and chug 10 in for x down here. These are touching each other. That means multiplication. So I will multiply 4 by 10. That's going to give me 40. I'm going to add 90 to it. And that also gives me 130. We know that 10 would have to be the correct answer because look, they are the same number. So that's just another strategy that you can use. Guess and check. Pick a number, plug it in for x, and plug and chug and see if it works. If for some reason 10 did not give me the same answer here, then I would just cross it out and I would try a different number until I found it. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.